Faucets, the do-it-for-yourself faucet. Green flag is in the air. We're back to racing now at lap 204.
That almost looked like Pocono, didn't it? They spread wide here on the trouble.
Skinner hangs on. The 37 there. Mayfield came through, and Skinner goes wide in the corner. You see him right up against the wall. Boy, if that had gone around, I would have stacked up half the field.
Mike Skinner had the problem. You see him waving there to let everybody know he's off speed there and let them get by him.
He's staying wide to see everybody going by, and now Bobby Labonte last in line goes by, and Skinner's coming down the pit lane. He'll stop here at lap 207. Too bad for Mike Skinner. Had himself a decent run going. What's going on, Glenn? What are you hearing?
As it came down, a lot of smoke in the right front stand. Looks like the right front tire is definitely flat. He cut it when he got up against the wall, ripping that debris.
Meanwhile,
looks like
Craven, the leader, went wide. You see that? That's all it took. A half a car length, and bam, they went right by him.
At least Gordon did.
Yeah.
Mark Martin would like to have gotten by him. Couldn't quite close in before the 25 got back down in that low lane, the preferred way around this racetrack.
So Gordon now the leader. Craven led most recently from 200 to 206. And lap 207, Geoff Gordon takes over and begins to pull away.
They had a great modified race here at this Speedway yesterday.
Oh, what's it called?
I'll tell you what, folks, if you can't get tickets for Sunday's Winston Cup race, come and watch the modifieds here at least once in your life. It is an absolutely spectacular show.
Reggie Ruggiero from 37th spot.
Yeah, a provisional.
Yep, came on to win the event yesterday. Ted Christopher winning the NASCAR Busch North Series race. He had a super run.
Another good race, a real good race.
That was a super good shot from inside of Mark Martin's car. You could see how fast he goes down that back straightaway. Good race here with Earnhardt, Bobby Hamilton.
That's 7th and 8th spot, those two.
You know what? Earnhardt has been in the thick of this thing all day long, and that is a change from a lot of the races he has run this year. He has run toward the front today, and that's what he has needed to do all year long. It's coming back together, at least here today.
He said this morning, talking, that realistically here in July, when he finished second, he said realistically we had a 4th and 5th place race car, got a couple of breaks and finished second. So they're right in that general area again. Of course, Dale Jarrett right there in the mix now in the 88 car.
I was just going to say, Dale Jarrett has made very little noise today, but he's been consistent, very fast, and he's right up there. He's in section.
He has had 8 top 5. And look at that.
Well, that's the Earnhardt of all, isn't it?
He's feeling fine.
Yeah, remember July, the 88 and 28, Jarrett and Irvan up front all day long until they both had engine problems. They found out what was wrong. They got that thing all fixed. The engines are just fine now. Those guys can get around this racetrack as well as anybody.
We're at lap 211. We've only been slowed a couple of times by caution. That ties the record we had here in July, only 2 cautions. Remember back in 1994, 17 caution period. Only 2 here in July, only 2 thus far today, with 89 laps now remaining. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
Well, Eli, watching at home today is TNN's newest racing viewer, Mary Kendall McReynolds. Take a look at that. Last Saturday, Larry's 3rd child, Linda, gave birth to little Mary Kendall, 9 pounds, 1 ounce. She went home on Tuesday. Look at that. His 2nd daughter, and of course, his son Brandon's next nightmare. Now he's got 2 sisters to worry about. The boy, beautiful little daughter.
And Larry was as proud as could be today. We were talking in the garage area. Same thing last week in Richmond. So very, very happy for the entire McReynolds family. Back up front, Geoff Gordon still showing the way. Ricky Craven is second. Irvan, Martin, and Mayfield. That's your top 5. We're coming right back. CMT 300 is live here at New Hampshire International Speedway. A magnificent day. We're about 2 weeks early for the colors to start changing on all those trees. Fall foliage time. About 2 weeks away, but you do want a nicer day than we've had today. That's what Geoff Gordon is saying, I'm sure, right now. You see Ernie Irvan now in second. He has gotten around Ricky Craven to grab the spot. Now let's start thinking another thing here, too. You see this move by Ernie Irvan. You know he's strong, has been all day. The question is, though, as we watch him make the move for second, is he going to have fuel enough now to go to the finish? Who is and who isn't? Because with the pit stops that were at lap 198, 199, and 200, Glenn, how many guys can go, do you think, or are they all going to have to stop?
Checking with the guys in the lead lap right now, and so far, Ernie Irvan, Mark Reno told me they could not. Robin Pemberton with Rusty Wallace said they could not. Check this list of those who can. Ricky Rudd, Terry Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, and Jimmy Spencer. Those are all the guys that have been challenging up in the top 15 or so that are down at my end. We'll get a report from the other guys down there in just a minute, but this could be interesting if it goes green the rest of the way.
Matt, we also saw guys like Johnny Benson and Bobby Labonte come in and top off.
Bobby Labonte came in and topped off, as did Johnny Benson. A note on the leader, by their calculations, they may come up 6 laps short. So they were working that calculator feverishly. Down here in the Lowe's pit, they had the tire from the Lowe's Chevrolet that cut down. It totally shredded the tire. It was a cut-down tire. The Goodyear engineers are looking at it. He just ran over some kind of debris, cut it down. But I think he's driving today thanks to a guy up in the booth. Buddy, I think you spent quite a bit of time developing that inner liner, did you not?
Yeah. I said, you want me to run over what and how fast?
A lot of guys contributed. The late Darrell Derringer did some of that. Here's a big move for the lead. Give it to Ernie Irvan. Ernie, and that brings the fans to their feet here. The Ernie Irvan contingent loved what they just saw at lap number 222.
And there's a big Ernie Irvan contingent here at New Hampshire. He has always been exciting here. Remember in 94, he won the pole for this thing, won the race in 1996, led 42 laps here in July. Ernie is good anywhere, but he is especially good here at New Hampshire, and they love him.
This is the 4th race he has led of the 5 that he has been in. Remember, he missed 1 here. There's a good battle there, 4th and 5th spot. Jeremy Mayfield, he has been strong all day, Steve.
Yeah, Eli, but I just checked in their pits, and they cannot make it off fuel mileage. They will have to make another gas stop.
So that's something to follow up there for Jeremy Mayfield. But maybe Ernie's the biggest story of the day. Gets in on a provisional starting spot. And here, I mean, he's gone from the outhouse to the penthouse.
From 40th to the lead. I mean, he didn't look into this. He raced his way past every car in the field. So Ernie is doing a great job. I know he would love to end this ride with a winning note here. He's going to do everything. I talked to him yesterday. He said, I'm going to do everything I can to win every race here at the end of the year.
Only 3 top 5 finishes this year. He won at Michigan, you remember. He was 2nd in Atlanta and 4th in the other race in Michigan. Also failed to finish 8 events. And that's the kind of up and down season that Texaco Havoline team. And around goes Huck Stricklin. Turn number 2, Huck Stricklin goes around.
Caution out.
Leaders are coming around. Huck was running in 13th. And we're under caution.
Yeah, there went some of the strategy and the worry about fuel mileage.
Huck Stricklin spins.
They'll all have enough gas now to go all the way.
Oh, yeah. And it was good to speculate about it while we have the opportunity. David Green has just taken the Caterpillar car behind the wall. He had come down pit road a short while ago with what looked to be maybe a brake problem. A lot of smoke billowing from the wheel well areas.
And an inability to stop where he wanted to.
That's a dead giveaway right there.
He just got rolling right by that break in the wall and could not bring the thing to a halt.
So caution for the 3rd time today, lap 226 of 300.
Look at that crowd. Look at those people. Wow.
Look coming down pit road. It was like feeding time at the zoo to me.
Everybody stands. Let's go to Glenn Jarrett.
Eli Ernie brings the Texaco Havoline Ford in. This will be a 2-tire change only. No changes. He is down and away. I got the stopwatch on him. Wow. 9.96 seconds. Here's Steve.
And Ricky Brayman's going to change it. No tires. No tires for Ricky Brayman. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
It was a quick gas and go for Jeff Gordon. The captain, Mike Belden, got in about 3.5 seconds of fuel, and Gordon barely stopped from his pit, and he was off.
So the 25 on the 24 using similar pit strategies there at lap number 227. So we're under caution for this incident. The Circuit City machine all on his lonesome. Then comes low.
Whoa, Michael Waltrip gets into the left rear corner there and turns him around.
Hutt was working his way back to the low groove, and that's where Michael already was. So caution. We're at lap 227. You heard the call. Green, green. Green flag is out, and we are back to racing here in New Hampshire. 70 laps to go. The leader is the 24, Geoff Bodine. Ted Musgrave is now second in the 16. The red car just ahead of the leaders. Lake Speed, he is on the tail end of the lead lap, running in 26th position. Out of the event, Jeff Green, Robert Presley, and David Green. Everybody else still on the Speedway as we wrapped up the third caution of the day. Saw that battle for the lead, but Musgrave just couldn't get a good grip to the racetrack off the corner.
Well, he's looking there, and Craven is doing everything he can to get under him, and he's doing a little defensive driving also there. You can see Craven right on his back bumper.
Now remember, Musgrave came onto the pit lane in 8th place and came out in 2nd. Bill Elliott didn't take any tires. He came in 10th. He went back out in 4th. And maybe Steve Grissom made the biggest jump.
Steve Grissom came in 41st place and went out in 6th. So what a great pit stop those guys had.
Conversely, Jeremy Mayfield went from 5th to 16th.
Man, you could just about hear the metal popping. They were 3 wide down the front straightaway. Somebody had to give. There's a lot of cars out of position right now, up high in turn 2.
22 Ward Burton way up there against the fence, and this kind of stuff has been going on. Oh, look at Schrader in there in the middle. This will not continue. This just can't continue. Either somebody's going to crash or they're going to get in line, one or the other.
Schrader is in 39th. He is many laps down. He is 6 laps down now in the 33.
He keeps getting caught on those yellow flags. It seems all we need to have happen to get a yellow flag here in New Hampshire is for Schrader to take a regularly scheduled pit stop, and sooner or later, boom, there comes the yellow flag, and he has really been hurt by it.
That's Todd Bodine we're riding with. He's in for Jeff Burton, who's bothered by the inner ear problem. They made the driver change at lap number 68. Oh, and there go Bodine and Ricky Rudd.
3 wide?
You called it. You called it.
Caution is out. Caution should be out. They're behind. Trouble in 3.
Bodine and Rudd, you got a glimpse of it from the in-car picture that we had there for you at the time. And then round they went. Poor old Ricky Rudd. Ricky's got a bit of a fire beneath the right front. They were running 24th and 25th. Let's see if Michael Waltrip there in the 21 can get a lap back. No, he won't be able to. Misses by about 100 yards or so. And Ricky's okay. The little smoke we saw there from some problem extinguished itself. Ricky's day is done. Lake Speed got his lap back, and look at that.
You see Geoff Bodine underneath there. They made contact getting into turn 3. There goes a round Rudd. Look how close Rusty Wallace gets in the 2 car to getting into Bodine there.
Rusty did a real nice job. Didn't even scratch the fender.
Ricky Rudd, who loves this racetrack. Watch it again.
3 wide.
You can see Bodine's car there. It was right down on the yellow line when they made contact. That happens in close racing. That's not on purpose by either driver. You can believe that.
We'll take another look at it here.
It almost worked. Bobby Labonte got into line nicely.
Look at Todd Bodine in the 99 there, just getting by on the inside also.
Rusty gets by. Andretti, Rick Mast, all getting by to the inside. But we're under caution for the 4th time for that spin up in turns 3 and 4. The Tide bunch. They'll look things over, but they won't like what they see. The CMT 300. You know how fortunes can change in this business, Glenn? Ricky Rudd wins the Brickyard, but since then he was 40th at Watkins Glen, 29th at Michigan, 19th at Bristol, 28th last week at Richmond, and he won't even finish today.
Oh, you're exactly right, Ricky. We were just talking about how bad your fortunes have been since winning the Brickyard. Things just haven't gone well. Another bad day here today. What happened?
Well, we were actually on the racetrack. We're about an 8th place car. We never could get track position all day. Everybody was pretty even today. And I guess that last restart, Geoff Bodine seemed to be in a little bit bigger hurry than the rest of the field. And he dove in there 3 wide. Absolutely nowhere to go for him to go. And everyone else is being patient but him. And he dove in there and caused the big wreck.
They're working on the car right now. Are they going to try to get it back out?
Well, they're going to try to patch it up. It broke some oil lines underneath the car, sheared some lines on the car, and might have hurt the motor. We're not really sure. They're going to take a look at it, see if we can't get it back out there.
This was a car that you guys had built yourself. You'd worked on it all day. I know you made a lot of adjustments. How was it coming to you?
Well, it was okay. You know, it's the first time out of the box for it, and we debated about not racing it. And this is just kind of an experimental year for us the rest of the year. And the car wasn't bad. Didn't qualify good, but like I say, it was fairly racy, 7th, 8th place car. Not too disappointed from that respect. Just you got to get qualified good on these short tracks because the track position was everything today.
It's absolutely everything. Ricky Rudd had a great record here at New Hampshire. He had never finished out of the top 10. In fact, had 4 top 5 finishes. Not today.
No, not to be today. While we have a chance and track cleanup continues, remember Opryland USA. It's the official destination of NASCAR. And if you'd like more information, just call the number you see on the screen or log on at country.com and find out all about Opryland USA in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's take another look, guys, at the accident from the Todd Bodine in car.
Oh.
And he watched his brother and Ricky right in front there. Meanwhile, we talked before about Steve Grissom running in 6th spot after the pit stops back on lap 227. And Steve, they did a heck of a job.
Eli, they made a gas-only start. Now, Steve Grissom started his race 23rd, and coming into the race, he had but 4 top 10 finishes in the 97 season. So they're trying to improve that record here today. A gas-only stop. Let's go to Matt Yoakum.
An update on Jeff Gordon. When you talk about teamwork, all you have to do is go back 2 races ago to the Southern 500. The Rainbow Warriors put Gordon in position to win on pit road with great pit work. They've done it again today. The captain, Mike Belden, great gas work, a great gas and go, 3.5 seconds. They have enough fuel now to go the distance. And Ray just told me, as soon as Jeff gets in his rhythm, he can drive away. The only guy they are worried about is the 28 car of Ernie Irvan.
Right now, they're putting down a lot of speedy dry on the racetrack. Someone's putting down some oil, and they're checking to see where it's coming from. We'll be right back.